Kaz, another setback for you. How are things progressing with the stress reaction in your leg?
Yeah, really good actually. The last week I've had off leg, so it's settled down nicely, and I think so far so good. So, looking forward to getting some running next week, and then progressing from there. But still taking it pretty easy, so it doesn't flare up again.
So talk us through it. You just felt that something wasn't right, and obviously had some scans which showed a similar thing to last year.
Yeah, obviously, I had it last year, so I felt similar soreness, but just not as bad. And I went to Steve and got some scans, and the scans came back, relatively good. So it's a positive sign, and just because of last year's incident, we're being pretty cautious, and to be honest, I probably could train and do all that, but set myself up for a good year and have no interruptions throughout the year. It's probably best to miss a couple of weeks now.
Mate, describe the level of frustration.
Oh, mate, you don't want to know. Early doors, it's pretty tough, but what can you do? So you sort of focus, on the next stage, which is getting it right to be able to run, and then once running starts, focusing on getting back as soon as I possibly can. So I've been through it before, which is fortunate enough in this situation, but it's nothing that you like to do too often.
And obviously the lessons learnt from the experience last year. Obviously they got onto it early enough, and you were unable to play 10 games straight last year. So that must be a positive for you, that if you get it right, you can play a long string of matches.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So as you said, I've strung the last 10 games together, and it gives me confidence knowing that I can come back from this, and I felt pretty good in those 10 games as well. So my fitness before this was pretty good, and I'm looking 2 weeks off it's not a big deal. So I want to be back as soon as I can, but it's one of those things where it's really just judged on the symptoms, and if it takes a little bit longer, it takes a bit longer, and ideally if I can come back quicker, that'll be great. But I don't want to come back and then miss more games down the track through rushing it. So it's best to take the 2 weeks off, or however long it takes now, to get it right, and then have an uninterrupted season from there on.